Savage Show podcast audience. Appreciate you being here today. Streaming to you live from the Shell Shock HQ here in Richardson, Texas, with my beautiful bearded heterosexual Jewish life partner Josh, who was operating those controls. We had a special little guest this morning, Patriot Barbie, Lindsey Graham. That's a shitty name to have, but yeah, we talked about it on the show. We'll actually have that uploaded here for you soon. It was good to have her on the show, but sitting here with an ice pack on my nuts. This is great. Good times.
How'd it go?
It was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. So on Halloween of all dates, decided to go ahead and get the old snipperoonie, the hashtag seedless grape squad. So I'm tired of wearing condoms. Tired of fucking wearing condoms. I don't want any more children. So the only alternative is I don't want the woman I'm with to go on birth control. You got feedback coming in?
What's that?
Yeah, it's you. On your computer, I think. Is it me? It's me. I'm an idiot. It's a microscopic procedure. Like they don't make a massive incision anymore.
We can't see it.
It has nothing to do with my size. Although, when I did get undressed, he was like, "Oh, you must hate your father." No, I'm playing. I was just like, I'm tired of wearing condoms. I don't want a woman that I'm with to have to go on birth control because I know how that affects hormones and things like that, as well as the IUDs. And clearly it's not the case for all women. But I was like, for $500, go get snipped. Never have to worry about this again. And in light of Roe v. Wade being overturned and sent down to the states, the backlog for vasectomies has gone through the fucking roof. I made an appointment almost 3 months ago.
That's good. To
have it done. And as soon as they says we can get it done on Halloween, I was like, well, that's scary. That's fitting, I guess. But no, I showed up. They said, make sure your junk's shaved. Go figure. And literally, they walked me back there, told me how the process is going to work. Too easy. The process itself took about 15 minutes. But I had to get undressed. Doctor comes in, or his assistant comes in, gets everything ready to go, tapes your dick back and all that kind of weird stuff. Luckily, this time I didn't get hard. I was really banking on it.
Were you awake the entire time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they give you a local anesthesia.
Huh. They have like a curtain so you can't.
No, they just put a little mat on you. That's all it is. Like a little freaking piece of whatever the fuck it is. It looks like the pads you pick up dog piss with. It's like those little pads. And they tape your dick back. They get your balls all nice. They put a rubber band around your balls and makes them poof out a little bit so they can get better access to your ball bag. And he came in there and he gave me a local, but it was by using this weird tool that essentially is just a spray. They spray the. I'm gonna put my mouth on this real quick and just go numb it up for you. I'm just gonna gargle this numbing agent while I put it in my mouth. Now let me put your penis in there. It's like, wait, what? I'm not falling for this again. Father Mulcahy, is that you? I'm not falling for this again. No, and so again, the numbing part kind of stung a little bit. It's like somebody flicked your balls.
Yeah.
But it was like 1 or 2 flicks, and then within 30 seconds you're completely numb. But the one part I did not like was that when he was pulling on what that fuck ever he's pulling on down there, I felt it in my stomach and I was like, oh God. Oh. And instantly this is how my mind works. I started getting like images of like the Vikings doing a blood eagle, but he's doing it to my nuts. And then I started going like, I don't feel good all of a sudden. It's just like, he's blood eagling your balls. It's just the dumbest thing in my head. Probably didn't help that I popped a Halo before I went in there just in case. I was like, I don't want to take this on sober, but no, it went good. Literally got done, used glue to seal this, just a small incision, microscopic incision, and literally walked out, drove home, and I've had a bag of frozen peas in my junk ever since. Huh. Because I remember the warnings I got from a lot of the dudes, a lot of friends of mine, a lot of guys online were like, look, you're going to feel fine. Don't push it. Do not go out there and push it. It's not worth it. So I've been walking around like I've got like a chafed asshole. Like I'm just walking with like the legs wide apart.
I was surprised to see your motorcycle parked out front.
Well, it doesn't do any damage to your nuts on the bike. Like there's literally no jarring. Because I rode it yesterday before I went into the appointment. I was like, okay, I don't think this is going to be an issue. And it's just like I'm sitting there. My nuts are fine. No issue at all. I did get up and stretch. And I kind of like, I felt a little bit. Because, how do I explain this? You know how you turn your head and cough? And similar thing. It was like, I was stretching. I was like, ooh, let's not do that again. Huh. That kind of felt a little weird. I don't know, like a ball to pop out or some stuff. Like, I don't know. Your mind goes to these weird places. Like, I've got an incision in my nutsack.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if I could do it.
Out.
I don't think I could do it.
It's worth it. I mean, again, you never having to wear a condom again, never have to deal with any of that bullshit again. It's worth it. So, anyway, it's only $500, $600. $600 investing in that versus having to raise a child. I mean, come on, you do the math. And the greatest part about this, no other crazy bitch out there can lock me down now with a fucking kid. Now you and the baby crying bitch. No, no, it's true. It's like, when we'll not get into that. But anyway, that's how it went. And right now I'm sitting with a bag of frozen peas in the front end of my britches while I'm doing the show.
Peas
and carrots, folks. That's how dedicated we are at the All American Savage Show to bring you quality entertainment. I saw somebody tweet. I fucking love our audience. I'd seen somebody tag me on Instagram. Real quick, whoever runs this All American Savage clips, that ain't us. Kudos. Whoever's I don't know who this dude is, or woman that's running this. It's a fan page. And they post a lot of stuff from the show, and I'm thankful. Thank you for that. But it's not me. It's not Josh or myself running that. But anyway, he'd shared a clip of a woman that was one of our viewers. And she was just like, they had the fake mascara crying. Like, John Burke did have to get clipped today on Halloween because I have nothing to listen to, and I'm sad about it. I was like, that's sweet. My balls, thank you. But the balls are good. Twig and berries are good. Appreciate that. Make sure if you're on Rumble, you hit that plus sign. This episode is brought to you by ShellshockCBD.com. I don't know if we still have the Halloween special. We're doing the Halloween 31% off the Booberry using code BOO, I believe it is.
Yeah.
For the Booberry Halloween thing, we're getting rid of it. We're liquidating whatever we got left in storage. And folks, we got Black Friday coming up. Ooh. When I tell you we're going big this year, we're going big. Brace yourselves. Big day. It's not even going to be a day. We're going to have a couple days of sale. Maybe it might even be an entire week. I don't know. But we're going to try and secure a lot of new customers. If you want to stock up, now's the time to do it. Black Friday coming up. So keep that in mind. That's going to be site-wide. What would we say, 40% off?
Yeah.
Site-wide, 40% off on almost everything. Can't do the shirts, though, because shirts are just, we'd lose, we'd actually be giving you money if we did that.
We'd lose our shirts.
We'd lose our shirt. I see what you did there. Even when my balls hurt and dad jokes still aren't funny.
Okay.
But ShellshockCBD.com, code BOO on the Booberry Halloween CBD oil. Oh, man. Well, Twitter is interesting. Good Lord. Like, if you're not on Twitter, I'm on Twitter now, John Burke Thoughts. Just John Burke, THOTS, not thoughts like you're thinking about that hoe over there kind of thoughts. THOTS, John Burke, THOTS. You can go find me on Twitter. I figured out, I bought a new phone for this. I'm that dedicated to giving you guys and girls quality fucking entertainment that they IP banned my phone. Even after Elon had taken over, he then made a tweet, said, by the way, we haven't changed anything yet, so hold off. And I was like, fuck. And I entered in my phone number when they asked me to to verify my account. And it's that phone number is on a banned account. And instantly they banned me. It's like, motherfucker. It's like, you know what they won't ban me on? A fucking other phone.
Boom.
And I got a VPN. So I've got that going for me. And let me make sure it's working. Yeah, I got a NordVPN and no issue. So if they ban that account, they're not banning on the IP for the phone. I can create another account, but I'm trying my hardest not to get banned on there. So you keep cutting on YouTube, then come over to Rumble. Y'all know where we're at. We're over on Rumble. Come on over. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's just John Burke Thoughts. Here is the link. Go over there, give it a follow. The troll army, the army of savages, we're uniting over there. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's just so good. It's just so good. But just John Burke Thoughts. And we got Shell Shock CBD over there as well, because on these stupid other platforms, we can't advertise Delta 8 or Delta 9 because it's so bad. We can on Twitter, so that's awesome. So we're going to be coming with some great deals that you're only going to see on Twitter. So if you can, go give us a follow. It's Shell Shock CBD 1, the number 1. Check that out, and then follow me at John Burke. There we go. And now I got a burner phone, so I'm a real freaking pimp. I'm a real drug dealer. But, man, a lot of news. I mean, there's a lot of news about what's going on with Twitter. And, of course, as always, as you can suspect, liberals, by and large, are just screaming that they think the sky is going to be falling. Like, oh, my God. The Nazi-infested Twitter is just going to fall flat onto that. Elon's lost so much money. It's like, well, yeah, he's got to lose a little bit of money, but he's going to make it back. As soon as he gets the shit, like, he's got to unfuck this massive organization that these leftist liberal fuckheads have just screwed up. And he's going in there and he's rooting it out. I'm already seeing accounts coming back. He even tweeted out, he said that accounts that were banned for minor infractions for lifetime bans, they're coming back. Waiting to see it. It's going to take time. But dude, from what I'm seeing, I don't trust Elon blindly. Please don't take it that way. But what I'm seeing though so far is he's doing it the right way. He's going about it the right way. Unless I'm seeing shit that, again, he's not, which I've been keeping my eyes open to watch for. But it's incredible to see what he's doing. And he has basically pulled off the governors on many accounts. I created another account and I'm almost at 1,000 followers in under like 3 days. And you can actually search my name, John Burke, on Twitter, and you can find the account, which is nice to see because it doesn't happen on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook, I pretty much just given up on. Like, I can't post anything on that platform. I post anything, maybe one engagement, one interaction, and it's ridiculous. They've shadow banned me to the point where they've gotten what they want. They just want to remove me from the platform. That's fine. Elon's taking over Twitter. If I have to resort to just being on Rumble, True Social, and Twitter, so be it. Yeah. We'll just establish ourselves over here and let these other big tech leftist cucks let their shit fall in shambles, man. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that.
Did you see that poll that Elon put out about the blue check marks? About if you pay for it? I think it was like $20.
I'm all for it, though, because here's the deal. It's like, why should the elites get the blue checks? Why can't anybody get a blue check? Because all verification is just proof that you are who you say you are. They've just proven it. Normally, it just means they're only going to take time to do that with people that are just very influential. So with Elon doing this, it's like, good for you. Let people have that. Let people pay to have that privilege. Now the blue check status is gone. Yeah. Now you've got true equality. And I think the elites don't want that. Like Stephen King tweeted out, it's like, I should have to pay for this. You should be paying me. It's like, bro, you're not that important. Like, I don't think you realize just how much people don't want you here. Like, you should have to pay me to create your content. Like, Stephen King, you tweet out retardation, bro. I was like, that ain't worth paying for. I'm sorry. But Stephen King.
Oh, look, just now on Twitter, it says here, as 1 hour ago, Twitter's current lords and peasant systems for who has or doesn't have a blue check mark is bullshit. Power to the people.
Who said this?
Elon Musk.
Good for him.
Blue for $8 a month.
He said that?
Yeah.
Good for him. $8, I pay it.
That was
I'm okay. Yeah.
An hour ago.
And if you don't want to pay, you don't have to pay it.
Yeah.
But I love that because now Elon's going to make this generate money.
Oh, yeah.
He's making this generate money. That's his goal. So naturally, everybody's like, you should be, I get this app platform. I got to pay for this. That's
and
the way
hunger.
Yeah, and hunger. Have you donated? No, but you should.
Okay. I heard that he was supposed to pay out like those executives a couple $100 million.
Yes. Oh, shit. I think
I'm like, you know what? I hope they use that money to solve world hunger.
I don't give a fuck. And if you're watching on Rumble, there's my my ball peas right there.
And lunch.
Oh, frozen nuts. There we go. Oh my God, that was so many beans in that. But yeah, they're losing their shit over there. These rich elites, like, I gotta pay for this. Like, you're a millionaire. What the fuck do you care? But did he say? Is there anything on when he's going to enact that? Because I paid to where now I can edit my tweets.
Let's see.
Which I think it's bullshit, but even still, I get it. The platform's got to make money. And folks, I know you don't like hearing this, but unless you're willing to pay for it and you want this thing around, that's just the way it goes. That's why Vine tanked. Vine had no way to monetize. They went under. That's why TikTok's doing ads. You have to have a way to monetize that platform. Elon would be stupid if he didn't. So, and I also got my account locked yesterday because apparently, even with Elon now leading the charge, you still can't talk bad about trans people. And by talking bad, I mean saying that they have a mental disorder. So a lot of their policies are still in place. They're going through and updating and replacing. It's going to take some time. But don't go on there and think that you can say whatever the fuck you want to that extent as far as like talking about trans people saying they need help. They locked my account for 12 hours yesterday. I was like, motherfucker, here we go. What did he say?
Let's see. Paywall bypass for publishers willing to work with us. This will also give Twitter a revenue stream to reward content creators. So
yeah,
that's the way to do it. You should reward your content creators.
I agree.
That's how your platforms get so big.
If they're pushing people there, then they 100% deserve to be rewarded for that.
Yeah.
And I think if Elon does that, he's also going to be basically poaching people from Vine or poaching people from TikTok. Because here's the beauty of it. What if somebody used the filters and everything on TikTok and then posted that shit to Twitter? Granted, you are going to boost your Twitter, or your TikTok following, but you're using Twitter to monetize it. It's a matter of like you're using a different platform to create the content, but exclusively you're wanting to push the content to Twitter. It's what's going to pay you the most. Yeah. I get it. It makes sense to me. Fuck, if they do that for us, I'd be on board with that. Absolutely. I don't see it ever happening, but who knows? I mean, maybe, who knows? Maybe we could post John Ross videos on Twitter and they'll do very well. We'll see. And speaking of that, when you start streaming the show to Twitter, before I forget, have you heard? Did you listen to the new Valor podcast that dropped?
Yeah, it's very good.
Did y'all hear it, folks? Did you listen to the Valor podcast? If you haven't, go look up the Valor podcast on Instagram. It's on Instagram, on iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts at. New episode dropped Friday, I think it was. Yeah, Friday. Really proud of it. Got a lot of listens so far. A lot of great feedback. Thank you for that. Hopefully y'all liked it. If you could, go leave some reviews on the Instagram page or on the podcast page. It's on iTunes and things such as that, where I'm going to already start working on the next episode. But yeah, I love the fact that people really liked it, got some good feedback in the comments, and I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, you did a great job, buddy.
Nice little passion project, but the goal was to make a little spooky yet true episode. Mm-hmm. So we'll get back to the normal Valor podcast, because again, the whole premise behind it is talking about a figure throughout the history of mankind that did something incredible and then telling their story with sound effects. It's almost like you're really there to make it fun, where education meets entertainment. So all right, let's get into the news. Kind of already skimmed over it, but this has been a question that I've seen, people like Austin Peterson, and I like Austin Peterson, don't get me wrong, but Austin Peterson is pushing for amnesty for people on the left that are wanting amnesty for being COVID pushers. The Atlantic basically wrote a piece that is, in the Atlantic, keep in mind, is full of fucking retards. These people are morons. The people that write, it's like the New York Times on fucking whatever, steroids, but they're not really on steroids. They're just, I don't know.
Alcoholics.
Yeah, we'll just say they're just fucking stupid. But they wrote a piece on there saying, let's declare a pandemic amnesty. A pandemic amnesty.
I don't know. I feel like they've already given themselves a full pass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna
Austin Peterson is simping hard for this. And again, I love Austin, good dude. No. I talked to Patriot Barbie, who was just on the show. I think maybe she's changed her mind. I don't know. She said originally she was, but then when we talked about it, she's like, I see where you're coming from, so maybe not. But her mindset was, I'll give them amnesty if they come over from the left to the right.
I mean, amnesty from what?
Exactly. Well, for me, the amnesty is from shutting businesses down, ruining people's lives, demonizing people, saying that we're killing grandmas, calling us murderers, domestic terrorists, all things, ruining businesses. Let's not even get started on mental health, suicides, addictions, all these things. These very same people that said, accused us saying that if you don't go get the vaccine, you're a grandma killer, all this other shit. And so they want amnesty from it. Yeah, it's like, no.
Did they say anything about being sorry?
No, that's the thing that I wanted to get to, though, is they're writing these pieces about amnesty. But folks, I'm watching Twitter. I've seen maybe 2 apologies. I haven't
seen one.
I think Tim Robbins. I could be wrong on that. Let me look this up. I think I saw something yesterday that Tim Robbins apologized. The guy that was, let me see.
Andy Dufresne?
Yeah, Andy Dufresne. Isn't he married to Susan Sarandon?
I don't even care. Screw that guy. I mean, clearly their judgment is way off.
I don't see anything on here. I'd read something about that, but either way, I've only seen 1 or 2 apologies. I am not seeing apologies coming out left and right.
Because you know what? Even during the masks and stuff like that, where some people wore them and some people didn't want to, myself, I didn't want to wear a mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, what difference does it, if you're wearing a mask, then why should I have to wear a mask?
Exactly.
It's I don't think it works.
If
I don't think it does anything.
Condom, you should wear a condom.
Right. And I'm like, if you don't want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Never got on anybody about wearing a mask. Sure, I'll make fun of them if they're sitting in their car by themselves. But that's just something
stupid.
That's for me. That's my personal inside joke. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to give you a hard pass because a couple people I used to hang out with were just like, no, man.
Oh, yeah. They ended friendships over
that.
that.
You're not wearing a mask.
Yeah. Our COVID oppressors at the far left Atlantic are now begging for a COVID amnesty in the wake of their anti-science COVID oppression. That's not going to happen, ever. First, never forget the Atlantic is owned by this fascist who did this while you and I weren't allowed to visit our relatives in hospitals or nursing homes or attend funerals. Because I've needed both. I'm a big fan of forgiveness and second chances. But that can happen. However, there must first be admission of wrongdoing and apology, accountability, and repentance. We're seeing nothing even close to that from our COVID oppressors. Instead, all we see is lying and gaslighting. The best example of this is Dr. Fauci saying the COVID oppressors tin idle, running around saying, who, me? I didn't call for lockdowns. I didn't call for school closures. The thrust of this dishonest Atlantic piece is pure lies, saying, we didn't know. We didn't know at the time. No, neither did we. Like that, you don't. Let's address this argument head on. Saying that we didn't know is not an excuse because we didn't know either. All we simply did was said, pump the brakes. Let's slow down. There's a lot we don't know. If we're gonna follow the science is hasn't been determined yet. We're still going by what little information that we have on all of this. But instead, they instantly ran into extremist ideas. And they want forgiveness for that. No. Fuck no.
Yeah.
You should apologize for Donald Trump, who wanted to close the borders with China for calling him a xenophobe. And then Biden turned around and does it. No. I don't forgive you.
Because you're not sorry.
They're not sorry at all. Not in the least bit. And again,
as soon as you say sorry, then maybe we could talk. But you don't even say apologize for it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about following.
I want filmed apologies. I want you, like your little black squares, I want filmed apologies. When I see en masse filmed apologies, well, actually, no, realistically, what I want Nuremberg 2.0. I want Fauci and his ilk on trial.
Yeah.
I want them on trial. I want the CDC drug in. I want the FDA drug in. I want every fucking representative, every single person drug in.
The WHO.
Well, I doubt they're going to be touched because it's the WHO, but still.
Listen to what they're putting.
I agree. I'm thinking they're full of, but how are you going to get they're not under American jurisdiction. It's not going to happen.
Can we defund them?
I would say we just pull out of it and say, fuck these nerds.
Yeah.
We were lied to by China. Come to find out, if people didn't know this, but you already did, there was a breaking story about 4 days ago. Oh, there was a lab leak out of Wuhan. No fucking shit. We knew this.
Yeah, we said it like 3 years ago.
But I will tell you this. You know who ran so much of misinformation saying it wasn't? The same people that want an amnesty.
Yeah.
Like, no, you called us conspiracy theorists. You called us liars.
Racist,
you called us traitors.
Yeah.
You called us every name under the sun. And you took every opportunity to just sit there and destroy our reputations on social media every chance you got. You did not follow the science. Instead, you went with groupthink. You went with tyranny by the majority. So you'll forgive me if I'm not in the mood to just forgive your ignorance and to forgive you that we're sitting there ad-homing left and right at every single person. And half of you are not going to apologize. You're just not. You're so proud and full of ego that even though in the face of knowing you were wrong, you're not going to say a fucking word. Because fuck Trump, right? Yeah, bunch of morons. So no, I want Nuremberg. I want people on trial. I want people in jail. I want Fauci losing his pension. I want him paying out the nose the rest of his life. I don't forgive these people because I'm telling you this right now. People that are going to sit there, I will say this, people that are calling to forgive others, you didn't have it that bad. You must not have had it that bad. Because I can tell you this right now. When people's lives are ruined, businesses destroyed, funerals that you couldn't go to. Meanwhile, your overlords like the Gavin Newsoms were out there having dinner. The Pelosi's were getting her hair done. You didn't say a fucking word about that.
Gretchen Whitmer's husband going to the lake house. I mean, she had that state turned into a fucking prison.
Yep. But you want to forgive them? Then you must not have had it that bad. Or you must not have had many people suffering under you or around you. Because reading these stories, like, no, they should suffer for the next 2 years of how it was for us. You demonized us. You fired people. You kicked people out of the military. You ruined dreams. You'll excuse me if I just don't give a fuck about your apologies because it falls on deaf ears. You wanted us dead. Winter of severe illness and death. I'm young enough to remember that, or old enough, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. There's a restaurant down the street from our office here that had a sign on their door that said closed due to COVID. Just couldn't make it work.
Yeah.
Yep. What they did to everybody.
Who's going to pay their restitution?
I know.
Nobody. So, no, I don't give a fuck about, because I'm telling you, those that made those mistakes need to pay. And when people don't pay, they're going to repeat that same mistake. Folks, at the core basis of this, Americans throw away their freedom for safety. And what does that statement say? Those that sacrifice freedom for safety will have neither. Well, how safe are you now, folks? If you listen to one thing in this podcast, listen to this. You trusted the government to keep you safe. Are you safer now? No. Because guess what? Moderna came out and said, oh, the vaccines, we never tested for transmissibility, and come to find out, they don't stop transmissibility. So then what fucking good is it? Again, you bought into it. Biden himself said, Fauci himself said, if you get the vaccine, you won't get COVID. Then it changed.
I know.
If you get the vaccines, your chances are really reduced of getting COVID. That wasn't true. Then it changed. Oh, no, if you get the vaccine, the symptoms are just massively reduced. That's not true either. If you get the vaccine, you won't die from COVID. That's not true either. So you please explain to me why you want me, someone that sat there saying, the guy that you painted as being anti-vax, hating people, hating others, not giving a fuck, being selfish, as you sat there in your ivory towers preaching to us down your nose, this guy, you want me to forgive you? Yeah. You can start a shotgun full of COVID needles for all I fucking care.
Yeah. Screw your freedoms.
Remember that. Screw your freedom. Fuck you. Schwarzenegger should forever be known as a traitor. Literally said, screw your freedoms.
Yeah.
In light of a big scam, a massive fucking scam. These people should be shamed and harassed daily. You'll forgive me if I'm not sitting here and just, oh, we should just come together and love. No, fuck you. There were people that wanted us dead. So you'll excuse me if I don't want to fucking be nice with them. No.
I know. Who was it that said taking the high road or take the low road? Was that Michelle Obama who said that?
Oh, Eric Swalwell.
Was it Swalwell?
Not Eric Swalwell.
Who's the AG?
Oh God, I know you're talking about. I know his name. He said when they go high, we go low and kick them, or when they go low, we kick them. Eric Holder. Eric Holder. There we go. That douchebag. Just a piece of shit. All these pieces of shit.
They've always been like this.
Yeah, 100%. Very vindictive.
Always.
And then when they're proven wrong, by and large, oh, hey, guys, we're sorry.
Because you have that sliver of people who are in the middle.
Yeah.
That go both ways that, they're seeing this stuff. They've got to admit that they were wrong.
All I really wanted was just to be left the fuck alone. Just leave us the fuck alone. But no. It's not going to happen. But... Yeah. In April 2020, with nothing else to do, my family took an enormous number of hikes. We all wore cloth masks that I had made myself. We had a family hand signal, which the person in front would use if somebody was approaching on the trail, and we needed to put on our mask. Once, when another child got too close to my then 4-year-old son on a bridge, he yelled at her, social distancing. The World Health Organization admitted that the very lockdown policies it advocated for have resulted in a rise of mental health issues. Folks, also take into account your children's mental health. Their education system or levels have also been vastly impacted. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see this impact hit for at least a generation to come.
Yeah.
There are still things, tertiary effects that we will not see for a while.
Like these kids are like 2 years behind.
They're 2 years behind.
Especially in public school.
Mm-hmm.
If your kids are in public school, I mean, if they're in the 7th grade now,
good Lord,
it's probably like they're still at a 5th grade level.
Teachers Union President Randy Weingarten backs call for amnesty on COVID policies. Randy Weingarten, president of the powerful American Federation of Teachers, backed a call by The Atlantic on Monday to declare an amnesty for those who pursued mistaken policies on COVID-19 that led, among other things, to harm children. No, go fuck yourself. No. You didn't give a fuck about the children that you were going to harm then. Now suddenly you do? No. Go fuck yourself. The article by economist Emily Oster notes that policymakers were operating in a challenging environment. No, you were operating in an environment that there was no debate, there was no discussion. It was either you buy this hook, line, and sinker, or we will shame you, we will censor you, we will pull your channel. I want my fucking YouTube channel back. Do I get my YouTube channel back now that I got for fucking misinformation? We were fucking right. YouTube owes us an apology. Mm-hmm. I mean, technically, it affected my business. We were making money off of YouTube. We were making content, the John Ross stuff. Mm-hmm. Where's my apology? Facebook, same thing. Hate speech. Bullshit. Given the amount of uncertainty, almost every position was taken on every topic. And on every topic, someone was eventually proved right and someone else was proved wrong. You see, this is how they're going to try and frame it. Like, we're doing the best with what we knew how. No. The fact that you didn't know should have been, we shift directions on this. Say, let's slow down. Mm-hmm. Let's take precautions, but we're not going to compromise people's freedom. We can still undergo certain precautions and leave it up to the people. Let them choose. Because, folks, let's be honest. People did not wear the masks the right way. They pulled them down. The nose were exposed half the time. Every time I went on a fucking flight, even sometimes the flight attendants, same fucking thing. Yeah. If this was such a super spreader, there'd have been way more casualties. And by me even saying this, there's like, oh, so you're a COVID denier. No, I'm not denying that COVID was real. COVID very clearly was very much real, but it was not nearly as deadly as they made it out to be. CDC came out busted for fudging the numbers.
Unless you were old or fat.
Even Bill Gates, the world's leading virologist expert, even said, oh, no, it actually affects only the older or the really obese. It's like, so kind of like what common sense fucking science says, right? Yeah. No apology from them cocksuckers. Brain drain. Elon Musk pulls 50 workers from Tesla to run Twitter. Well, yeah, you've got loyal workers over at Tesla. Bring them over to Twitter. Look, I'll tell you this right now. Elon needs to fire every Twitter worker he's got. Get rid of them all. It's the same as any time a new regime comes in, whatever the case, new administration, get them all out.
Yep.
Fire every single one of them. Do not leave any remnants of the previous administration under you. Get them all out. Replace them with Tesla workers. Since his takeover of Twitter, Elon Musk has reportedly enlisted more than 50 of his most trusted Tesla employees to help in his restructuring of the social media platform. NBC News reports that with Elon Musk in the process of taking over social media platform Twitter, the Tesla CEO has reportedly enlisted more than 50 of his trusted Tesla employees to assist in the restructuring of his notoriously left-wing company. And by the way, you seen that Joe Biden's already gotten fact-checked twice on Twitter?
I saw that.
It's fucking great.
Because the guy's a fucking liar.
He's a fucking liar.
Everything that comes out of that guy's hole is a lie.
It is. It is.
Like,
they're fact-checking him left and right.
It is just unbelievable.
It's great. Here's the link to Twitter, johnburke.com or twitter.com/johnburkethoughts. Here we go. Come on over to Twitter. Come join the Lost Savages. Come join us over here. It's a good group of people. Good time. Good fucking times. But Biden scrambles to paint misleading picture of economy 1 week from the midterms. It's kind of funny because you can always tell when midterms or election season's upon us. People start just like posting nonstop bullshit. It's the same as like when Black Friday's coming, people start posting their special deals.
Yeah.
When you see politicians on social media start like demonizing the other politicians, well, they didn't do this and I do this. It's like, it's election season, isn't it? You're peddling your tripe at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, guess who DM'd me? Colonel Stu Scheller.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said he wants to come on the show. I was like, absolutely. So he's looking for the 16th. So Colonel Stu that had backed Majewski for Congress, the stolen Valor guy, the Marine Corps officer that stood up against the COVID lockdowns and lost his career as a result, but then turned around and back to stolen Valor guy, he's going to come on the podcast and debate, which I'm grateful for. I'm happy to do. So that should be on the 16th. We'll see. He said he's busy right now for the next 2 weeks, but on the 16th, he should be good. So he's going to come on and defend his position, and I will give him every opportunity and, treat him with respect when he comes on, even though we're vastly different on that. But yeah, back to the midterms, bro. Like everybody I know, every politician, they're out there just posting nonstop about what the other person has done wrong. President Biden and the White House officials have frantically scrambled to downplay Americans' economic concerns on inflation and gas prices as the midterms election quickly approaches. Over the last few weeks, the White House has suggested the U.S. is in the midst of a historic economic recovery. It's like, okay, so then you admit that you tanked the economy. Is that what I'm getting here? We're on a historic economic... Sorry, having my nuts cut makes me tired.
That's pretty good Joe Biden.
That is a pretty good Joe Biden. Now I'm lost. But by admitting that we're on a massive recovery, then you admit that you caused massive inflation, massive recession. Like, are you admitting that? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm trying to figure out who believes him that gas prices were higher than they are now that he's in office. Like
the same people that believe COVID. Joy Behar.
That's what he got
on
fact checked on.
Yeah, Joy Behar went on The View and said crime's been lower under Biden. It's like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Well, Paul Pelosi just got hammered right in the head.
That's the other thing I want to talk about is this Paul Pelosi thing. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. And okay. So I want to say this right now. Every single one of you motherfuckers out there that are jumping on this Paul Pelosi story, because clearly we ain't getting all the facts, and you're going only by what you know, and it keeps changing. It's almost as if somebody said the same fucking thing for Uvalde. We don't have all the facts. Let's just wait and go by what the AP is reporting. What is the AP reporting? Well, right now they're reporting that clearly Paul Pelosi knew this guy. He called him by his first name, said he's a friend. This is in the police report.
Yeah.
And he was in his underwear. Now, apparently, this guy's also a nudist.
Paul Pelosi?
No, the Dave dude that attacked him or whatever with a hammer. The story's changed multiple times. Either way it's changed, though, it does not make Paul Pelosi look good.
Release the body cam footage.
They're not going to.
I mean, what
29
about the
video cameras at their facility, at their residence, all malfunctioned.
Really?
Yep.
You know, I think this guy's just
they're full of shit.
Yeah.
He's probably a gay lover, doing drugs, got out of hand, whatever the case. And here's the crazy part. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't give a shit, dude.
But,
I don't care.
Mean, the guy's clearly a degenerate.
I'm just sad he didn't get his wife. I'm like, fuck Paul Pelosi. Go after Nancy. Fuck that bitch. But whatever, because she's got a lot of shit. I'll be honest, I don't care.
I think
she's called for fucking violence. She's like, frankly, I'm at a loss why there's not riots. It's like, you're calling for people to riot? Okay. Wow. Her, Maxine Waters, the rest of them. The fuck out of here.
Well, Paul was getting hammered.
Fuck, it's ridiculous. But there's different news again, and I don't even know what the truth is anymore. Here's the thing, I don't care. But the thing that makes me laugh the most, though, is how the left is jumping all over this. Like, it's because of Trump,
right?
And it's because
That's
of Trump saying this
thing.
election fraud. He caused this. Like Rob Reiner, that fat little cuck, who, by the way, has not left Twitter. He said he would. The same motherfuckers that say they're going to move to Canada if Trump get elected. The same motherfuckers will not leave Twitter. If Elon buys Twitter, I'm leaving. And they're still here bitching. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. The Brooklyn Defiant dad, that douchebag, him and Rob Reiner can take both ends of a shotgun, fucking use it on each other. You pieces of shit. You paid opposition, lying motherfuckers. And those are the same reason why I'll never forgive the left is because of those mouthpieces like that.
Yeah.
You won't fucking go against them. When I see leftists crucify their overlords, then we'll talk.
Yeah, they want amnesty from all this COVID shit, and then right out of the gate, Paul Pelosi, they're like, why isn't Trump apologizing?
Yep.
Why isn't he saying, I hope you get better?
Can you imagine? They're trying to pin this on Trump. Trump's not even in office. Get the fuck out of here.
You gotta send this guy well wishes? No, I think he's a piece of shit.
It's like slamming my knee against this. Fucking Trump.
Like, don't order male prostitutes to your house at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh my God. But they're trying to paint it out as if this dude is like a hardcore MAGA Republican. It's like, wait a minute. His house has a BLM sign. 9/11 was an inside job. LGBT flag. He's a nudist. Like, yeah, that just screams diehard MAGA Republican to me. But here's the thing. I don't fucking care even if he was.
And he's an illegal alien from Canada.
Yeah, apparently he's a legal alien too.
That overstated his visa in a sanctuary city.
Hammer, knock her teeth out, eh? You better watch that attitude there. It's just funny. An illegal immigrant coming over here assaulting a legal resident. And what's going to happen? That's why they're downplaying this.
My personal opinion is that he ordered a male prostitute over to his house and things got out of hand. And I think Paul Pelosi's probably got a drug problem.
He got the DUI not that long ago.
Did you see his car? It wasn't just like a minor fender bender. Like,
he wrecked it?
Yeah, it was destroyed.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep. Look at the car.
Apparently, he didn't give a fuck about the lives he might have impacted when he did that. Nope. But nobody says anything about that. No, absolutely not.
Nope. Just out there taking dick.
Taking dick. Speaking of Biden and what's going on right now, and by the way, I don't, whatever the press is reporting on this, as far as the Pelosi story, believe the opposite.
Yeah.
I can just tell you that, right? Whatever Biden is saying about midterms coming up, believe the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
He's lied about gas prices. He's lied about the economy. This guy is a liar. And, the thing is, most politicians will tell you a half lie. Half in truth, half in lie. Biden's going full on just telling you a fucking full-fledged lie. It's like, Jesus, like, bro, I can literally listen to what you said, Google it, and be like, well, that's a lie. And that's coming from Google, who is biased as well.
His entire political career.
Yeah.
He's lied.
Yeah.
All the way back to the 80s. I mean, everybody can see it.
These people, bro, it's like I said, it's good versus evil. They don't care about their lies. They don't care who they hurt. They don't give a shit. So this is what they resort to. But no, Biden has doubled down. Like all of his tweets now, Mr. Unifying the country is nothing but attacking Republicans. Yeah. Fucking liar. Biden is so used to having his way. Biden is so used to being the boss and being in charge. When somebody tells him no, he does not respond well. Like they can't control Biden.
He's out of his mind.
This guy's out of, Over the last few weeks, the White House suggested the U.S. is in the midst of a historic economic recovery that the narrative gas prices are high is false and that the economy is set for a soft land, not a recession. We're already in a recession. Biden and his top advisors have also touted Democrats' big spending packages on infrastructure and climate as key measures of boosting economic productivity and blunting record price increases. Today we got further evidence that our economic recovery is continuing to power forward, Biden said in a statement on Thursday after the Department of Commerce published a key economic report. What I love about this, though, is this is how Biden is sitting there like patting himself on the back. It's like, we did this. Yeah, but you also caused this. So I'm not sure what it is that you're really praising yourself for.
I'm sorry. They didn't do anything. They haven't done anything.
They've made matters worse.
Yeah.
They've made matters far worse.
They've made everything worse. The world is unstable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, But looking
it's
at
ridiculous.
nuclear war.
Yeah.
Because of this guy's incompetence. Come on.
Oh, before I forget, and I didn't talk to you about this yet, but I just wanted to run this by the people. It's like we've been looking to take on sponsorship ads for our podcast because we're growing in numbers. I just got the notification that we hit 300,000 downloads, which is awesome. I want to say thank you to everybody that's doing this, and I mean that. Thank you for sharing the podcast. Thank you for telling your friends, leaving a little plus up, tweeting us, stuff like that. We might tweet the show. I don't know how we were doing before. But if you have a small-owned business and you operate on e-commerce, tweet me out about your company. We might do some advertising for you for free, especially if you're veteran-owned. We want to help out small businesses. We're getting the platform to do it. It's helping us grow, and I don't mind giving back and helping people out because we're looking to run more paid advertisement on these other platforms, these other podcasters. And let me tell you right now, they're not cheap.
That ain't cheap.
That ain't fucking cheap. And I feel like a lot of these podcasters have lost their way. They forget where they came from. Like, you're going after these big businesses. I get it, and I understand that. But you want to sit there and preach capitalism, boosting the economy, help these small businesses out. That's what we're going to do. So if you're interested, hit me up on Instagram, which I have my DMs turned off because I get too many stupid messages from people, or tweet me out. And just tweet me out your company and why you think we should read your stuff. And I don't mind. We've done it before. But I do want to help out a little bit more because, again, if we're wanting to compete with big-time corporate, we need to encourage more mom-and-pop businesses, more mom-and-pop exposure. That's what they need. So we're going to be doing that in the future. So, again, and that's on you. I'm not going looking for it. You got to come to me. I'm doing this for free because based upon the ad agency we were talking to, we could really run about $2,000 a month for ad reads, one ad read per show. We're doing 5 shows a week. The other shows we were talking to, they were doing like 2 shows a week, one ad read for 30 seconds. They wanted like $6,000 to $8,000. You're out of your fucking mind. Massive audience. But I can tell you right now, it's like, it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. So, but yeah. We appreciate that. So, Biden and his top advisors have also touted Democrats' big spending packages on infrastructure and climate as blah, blah, blah. Today, we got further evidence that our economy is recovering and is continuing to power forward. We remember that, even though our stomach, bro, all I'm reading, it's just the same shit. Like, pat ourselves in the back for the shit that we caused. That's all this is. Economic recovery. People are just going back to the jobs that you eliminated to begin with, or new jobs are being created because a lot of people are going back into business for themselves. Multiple different reasons, but still at the baseline of it, though, it's because of the fucking lockdowns. The fucking lockdowns. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. But damn, I just love that Mr. I'm here to unify. I'm here to bring people together. All he's doing is demon. He talks about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, by the way, what the? Oh my God. People, I don't give a fuck what you believe, but if you really want to put your faith behind the likes of Marjorie Taylor Greene, you be my fucking guest. She tweets this out. She says, cannabis-linked psychosis is a serious problem that we cannot ignore. I've talked to many police that say they have seen a rise in crime since marijuana has been legalized in many places. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you saw a rise in drunk driving once alcohol became illegal or become legal. Again, you're going to have some negative consequences with that, but that's what comes with freedom. What the fuck is it? It's like another hot boomer tank. Stop. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm so sick and tired of her. She's such a fucking idiot. And people will kiss her ass because she's fighting for us. She's an idiot. She's the AOC of the right, and I've said this so many fucking times. She'll say 1 or 2 things right, which is great, but even a blind squirrel gets a nut from time to time. Alex Jones, same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if people like this or not. Alex Jones was right. Yeah, on one issue, but he was wrong on Sandy Hook. He was wrong on a lot of things. The fuck do you want?
Dude, I go back to that whole, I'm not exactly sure what he said about the Sandy Hook stuff.
It was faked. He said it was all faked. It was bad. And it wasn't like a year. It was like right after it happened. Now, should he been, fuck no. Free speech is free speech. Should that have had, fuck no.
Yeah, I don't think you
But
should.
at the same time, if they can legally prove fucking libel, you're on your own. You're on your own.
Yeah, that's, I feel like that's a slippery slope.
Very slippery
And then they're
slope.
going to sue him for $1 billion.
Yeah, that's way too much. That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. That's politics entering into the judicial system. That's ridiculous.
It's like Kanye. That shit.
Yeah. That whole ordeal's just been one massive, just Kanye staying relevant in the news is what Kanye's doing. That's what he's wanting to do. Just stay in the news. I'm sorry. The guy's he's just off his rocker. He says some things that are
I
good.
don't know.
Other things like,
I
what
don't know
the
that
fuck?
he is off his rocker.
He is off his rocker, 100%.
think so?
I'm not saying as far as like everything he said, but the guy's he's a weirdo. He apologized. He changed his stance on George Floyd. Now he's apologizing, but he did it in such a half-assed manner.
What do you mean?
Because he came out and he made a video post and he talked about how it's like, I was wrong about George Floyd because I now know what it feels like to have a knee on the back of my neck because of all the stuff going on right now to me. It's like, that's a very disingenuous apology. You don't know what it's like to have a knee on the back of your neck.
No, I heard him say that. What did he walk back? The fact that the police officer had his knee on his neck.
Yeah.
So he said that he did have his knee on his neck.
That's what killed him.
That's what. Yeah. See, I mean,
but I don't know if he was really truthful about it because he basically wanted to say, I know what that feels like now because y'all are doing it to me. I was like, so are you really sorry for it, or are you just trying to use this as an example? That's what I'm saying. Kanye is just get him to shut up. Whoever his PR guy is, just get him to shut up. But either way, that's not saying that we cannot have conversations about Jewish nepotism. Not saying that at all. Not saying that whatsoever. And instantly people on the right especially could be like, oh my God, you can't say anything about the Jews. Why? If you think black people don't hire other black people based upon race, you think Jews don't do it either?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Why can't we have conversations about this?
What exactly did he say about the Jewish community that got him labeled anti-Semitic?
That, pretty much that.
That they run everything?
Yeah. They run the media.
They run the financial institute. So as soon as he says the Jewish community, Jewish people run the banking community. So he got kicked off with his bank dropped him.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
kind of like you just proving my point.
Right. And then same thing with social media.
Yeah.
So they kicked him off social media all of a sudden.
Well, I think Elon's, is Kanye still on Twitter? He went over to Parler and Parler's dead. It's a dead fucking app. Like, oh my God. I thought Kanye had breathed new life into it. No, it ain't happening. Parler's just, it's boring.
We'll see. We'll see if he does anything with it. But yeah, regardless if you agree with them or you don't agree with somebody, doesn't mean that they should be shut down completely.
I agree. Yes, I 100%. Alex Jones should not be shut down. Kanye should not be shut down. I'm not saying that, and people are gonna probably take this. So you're advocating for censorship? No, absolutely not. But that's a very slippery slope argument because you say, well, Twitter's a private company. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was publicly traded. Twitter was not. It is now. Elon Musk is basically, he is the head owner now. It's not a private, or it is a private company now. But, and the government's not going to protect him. The government will no longer protect Twitter.
No, they're going after him.
They're going after him.
They're freaked out because this is the one thing that they don't have control of. They have
control of the biggest. Elon now controls the biggest megaphone in the world, and they're fucking scared. But I do want to ask you this though: do you think, with Elon now owning Twitter, do you think this is going to help cancel culture?
I think it's a step in the right direction.
Think so?
Yeah, because I think once Twitter hasn't changed since he's taken over. So
it's changed a little bit.
I mean,
we're starting to see more and more liberals leave.
Yeah, I mean, you could still. I think you can post more stuff on it now.
Oh yeah,
I think. I just think it's a step in the right direction.
I think if it becomes like a Truth Social, that'd be even better. Because Truth Social still has terms of services, but they're not just like so draconian. It's like this isn't even any fun. Right, this is ridiculous.
Like you should. Like I just feel like you should be able to discuss any topic, debate any topic, regardless of what it is. And instead of not child pornography, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I got flagged on Facebook today for a post they did back in March about our Shell Shock products. I was like, this is stupid. Yeah. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But anyway, well, it's 2:30. You got to get going. We're going to end the podcast today, but we will be back normal time tomorrow, 12 p.m. CST, right here on the All American Savage Show podcast. If you could, go give me a follow on Twitter. Here's the link with spam that. John Burke Thoughts over on Twitter. Come join us over there. Look, do we really want... Look, you got to ask yourselves this question. The representation of the right, do you really want it being these turning point grifter types? Do you really want it to be those guys that are going to sit there and espouse the same GOP rhetoric that's been espoused for the last, 10, 20 years? Or do you want new people coming up with different voices, different opinions, different ideas that are more for liberty, more for freedom to choose, more for things like that? If that's what you want, come give me a follow. Help me magnify my voice. If you truly believe in it, give us a hand doing it, because without you, we go nowhere. So with that being said, go leave us a review on the podcast. Check out shellshockcbd.com. Use code Burke. Or also go check out the Valor podcast as well.
You're going to love it.
You got to love it. You got to like the way you hear shit. I guarantee it. You got anything to add?
You guys have a great day.
And as always, you stay savage, America.